Well, hi, and thanks for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. We've got a beautiful day here in New England, and I'm out here doing a little shooting. Not much wind today, so I'm able to do some good shooting. And what am I shooting? Well, I'm shooting my new Beeman Crow Magnum rifle, which was made in England by Theoben. It's a beautiful, beautiful gas ram rifle. It is adjustable. I don't have the pump that I need in order to do that, but eventually I'll set myself up because I also have the Theoben Eliminator, which is essentially the same rifle, only that one's in 25 caliber. Beautiful, beautiful gun, absolutely gorgeous. It's a meaty gun, it's heavy, it's long, but it certainly is very powerful, extremely accurate, and it's just a pleasure to shoot. The trigger is phenomenal, a little heavier than I would like, but it breaks nice and clean, got a beautiful first stage. It's just a really, really nice gun. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just put it through the little gamut. We're going to do the trigger pull gauge. We're going to shoot it over the chronograph for a few shots, and then we'll shoot a few more shots downrange at 25 yards just to give you an idea what the gun can do. So it ought to be fun on this Beeman Crow Magnum air rifle in 22 caliber. So stick around, I'll be right back. And thanks again, folks, for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. Alright, so first up will be the trigger pull gauge. We'll do 3 pulls and then we'll take an average. I got a feeling this is going to have a very, very consistent trigger pull. It's pretty hard to cock because it's a powerful rifle. We'll find out just how powerful when we run it over the chronograph. I don't believe I've run this over the chronograph. I'm not sure what it's pushing for numbers yet. It does have an automatic safety. That's just ahead of the trigger, and you push that forward in order to disengage the safety. We'll turn the machine on here. Get it ready for the first shot. Alright, shot number 1. 22 caliber Beeman Crow Magnum. 1 pound, 4.9 ounces. That's 1 pound, 4.9 ounces. That's pretty light. What a wonderful rifle. It's silent when you cock it, except when that sear engages or when the barrel latch disengages. One thing I should tell you about this rifle that I found since I got it is that whoever owned it before me knew that moly grease was good. And a lot of folks think that if a little is good, a lot is great, and that is certainly not the case, but that's exactly what they did to this gun. I've got to tear it down and clean it up a little bit. There's moly paste coming out of every little nook and cranny. The trigger assembly itself is packed full of moly grease. So what's going on with it every now and then is even though I cock it and take the safety off, the gun won't fire because the safety is not disengaging properly. There must be something in that mechanism, I'm not familiar with it yet, that's simply being held up by all that grease. So a few times out of the course of a shooting session, the gun won't fire, and I have to take the barrel and work it a few times, and then it'll fire every time. Alright, so anyway, just so you know that could happen. Alright, that was shot number 1, was 1 pound, 4.9 ounces. We'll do shot number 2. One pound, 11 ounces. 1 pound, 11 ounces. And we'll do shot number 3. Of course, there is no spring buzz, no vibration whatsoever, because this is a gas ram rifle. Shot number 3. That was a light one. 1 pound, 11 ounces, though, same as the last shot. We'll do the average. 1 pound, 8 ounces, so that's not bad at all. That's a nice trigger pull. Alright, so we're going to cut away here. I'll be right back, and we'll shoot a few shots over the chronograph, see what this thing's got for power. Okay, so we're at the bench with the Beeman Crow Magnum in 22 caliber, and we've got the chronograph set up. We're going to take 5 shots across the chronograph, and then we'll give you the average as well as the energy output, and as well as the extreme or the spread as far as velocity goes. So without wasting any more time, let's take a shot with this wonderful rifle. So elegant. And these are RWS Super Field pellets. They come in at 15.9 grains. Gun seems to like these a lot. The only complaint I have about this rifle is the stock. It's a beautiful stock, don't get me wrong. It's made out of a wonderful wood, but the comb on the stock, 838 was our first shot. 838, and that's what a 15.9 grain pellet. The comb of the stock back here, as you can see, it's ambidextrous, but it's sharp. It's very sharp on both sides. It comes right up to a little point. And it doesn't roll over soon enough. It's really hard to get your face in line with the scope, and when you do, you get that sharp edge right on your cheekbone. Doesn't feel right. It's not a comfortable stock to shoulder, in my opinion. Maybe somebody else would have a different impression. All right, that was shot number 1. This will be shot number 2 across the chronograph. Let's do this so I don't mess up like I usually do. I'm starting to get smart now, guys. My last video I did the same thing. We're going to line up our shots. Now that's 2, so we're going to do 3, 4, and 5. Just like that. Alright? This way we won't lose count. So shot number 2. .848. That was 848. Shot number 2. Wonderful rifle. Shot number 3. 848 again. That's a dual. That means when you see that, it means a duplicate shot at 848. Alright. This will be shot number 4. 853. And lastly, shot number 5. 857. So we'll put those numbers up for you and give you the figures. And while you look at that, we'll get ready to set up and go for the 25-yard target downrange. So that should be fun. I think this thing's shooting pretty good, as long as that scope's staying in position for me. That is a cheap scope. That's an $80 Hammers scope. It's a 4 to 12 by 40, I believe. Yeah, 4 to 12 by 40. Does have the adjustable objective. It is an air rifle scope. They do say it can handle air rifle recoil, but I don't believe that they warranty it for anything above 12 foot-pounds. I think we're going to find out. I think you just found out that this thing's pushing well above that. At any rate, let's set up the cameras and let's get going. Here we are at the bench with the Beeman Crow Magnum in .22 caliber. We're going to be shooting this beautiful rifle, this beautiful gas ram rifle, at 25 yards. We're going to shoot at that black dot that's more or less in the center of your frame. We'll try to get 5 shots downrange. I had this thing shooting really good, but it's been giving me a hard time since I've been trying to make the video. This is a cheap hammer scope. I think it might be moving around. Something might be going on. I'm hoping I can hold it together for 5 shots for you, but we'll have to wait and see. This gun is really a one-hole gun at 25 yards as a rule. Alright, so let's get shot number 1 downrange. I don't know if you remember earlier in the video, I think I mentioned that we have an issue with the trigger system in this, and that the safety doesn't always disengage, and that sometimes I have to do this in order to get the gun to fire. And I think that's because of all the grease that's in the trigger mechanism. Whoever owned this gun before me just really loaded it up with grease. And I think there must be a really light spring in there that's so packed full of grease it can't do its job. I gotta clean that up one of these days so I can eliminate that problem. Alright, again, this is shot number 1. 25 yards. Beeman Crow Magnum, 22 caliber. Shot number 1. It's such a wonderful gun to shoot. It's so smooth. Typical gas ram firing cycle. It's just, I don't know, just have a real nice sense of firing when you pull the trigger. Alright, let's see, shot number 2. Shot number 2. That's a little out of the group for this gun. It usually does better than that. That's why I suspect maybe I might have some scope creep or something going on here. These are the factory mounts. These guns come with factory mounts permanently installed on the gun. And so it's a 1-inch ring, so you're limited to 1 inch. And you're limited on your spacing. So you got to kind of find just the right scope. And of course, the $89 scope doesn't belong in this rifle. Alright, shot number 3. Shot number 3, I think, went in shot number 2's hole. Really like this gun. It suits itself well to what we're doing today too, because it's heavy. I mean, if you wanted a hunting rifle that was really going to reach out and touch something, this gun would be the choice, but you're going to pay the price and weight. Alright, shot number 4. Shot number 4. Looks like we have a little bit of adjustment to do on the scope, but it's not such a bad group after all. And lastly, this will be shot number 5. Not too bad, not too bad. Beeman Crow Magnum 22 caliber at 25 yards, shooting RWS Super Field pellets. Those are round nose pellets. They come in at 15.9 grains. I'd say this gun did fantastic for itself today. I'd say it was impressive to say the least. If you want more power out of one of these things, you can do that. You just need the special pump to add pressure to the ram. If you want to bleed it off, you can do that and lighten it up a little bit. Completely change the firing cycle. A lot of versatility with a gun like this. It's very, very sweet. So we're going to reach out there at 60 yards. I don't think I'm going to need much holdover with this pellet going that kind of speed. So we're going to hold right at the top of the disc. I know you can't see it this time. I'm too lazy to move the camera for you. But you'll hear it, I'm sure. Shot number 1. Ah, that's awesome. It gets there fast, doesn't it? That was shot 1. We'll take 3 shots at that bell. Alright, shot number 2. nice sound. I would consider this gun a long-range rifle, easily pushing a 22 caliber pellet at the speed it's pushing them. I would expect it to do quite well at longer range. Beeman Crow Magnum 22 caliber gas ram air rifle. Fantastic gun. If you come across one at a decent price, pick it up. You won't be sorry. Fantastic rifle. I want to thank you folks for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Hit the bell to be reminded of future videos, and by all means, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Thanks again, folks. Have a great day.